actors who play dual superhero or supervillain roles in a motion picture. And I'm sure there's a lot of TV roles that were played by different actors or actresses in dual roles in a miniseries, if you will. But I'm talking about my top actors or actress, as you can see above, who's played multiple roles. Two in this particular rant. I'm going to give you my top 5. Of course, there's 6 up there, but I have an honorable mention. And not only that, but which role was better? And number 1, I'm going Daredevil and Batman, played by Ben Affleck. I'm not a big fan of him at all, or his acting. I think the only movie I ever liked him in was probably Good Will Hunting. I'm not a big fan of him being Daredevil or Batman, but if I had to choose one, it'd be Batman, of course, which doesn't take much because you just walk around like you're grim and don't say anything. And he's not even doing the stunts. But I like him better in Batman than I did Daredevil. That was out in 2003, I believe. He had Elektra with him, and I think he had Kingpin was in that. And what was the guy? I forget the other guy's name. I don't know if it was Deadshot. One of these guys. I might be in DC right now saying Deadshot or somebody that shot a bullet. Bullseye, I think, was his name. But Ben Affleck, yeah, he was better in Batman than he was Daredevil. And when they're casting these movies, I mean, do they even think, hey, no one's gonna remember he played Daredevil. He's a new superhero. That was years ago. No, right when he played Batman, the first thing I thought was, well, he played Daredevil, so maybe he might be good. Captain America and Human Torch, they're both Marvel. Are you kidding me? You know, it took me 3 years to realize that Chris Evans played Human Torch in the Fantastic Four movie and was also playing Captain America. I didn't know until like the Civil War. That's actually Human Torch. I was like, where did I see this guy before? And I always thought, after I saw the second Captain America movie, I thought, well, I guess I just recognized him from being Captain America. But he was Human Torch. And I actually liked him better as Human Torch, believe it or not. Because he had this playboy attitude. You know, him and Thing had this clapback thing going on. Just playboy. Had the fast car. The chicks. Loved being Human Torch. Yeah, I liked that. Hey, they say it wasn't a good movie for that time. I think that was the late 90s. But I actually liked Chris Evans better as Human Torch than I did as Captain America. Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds. Not a big Deadpool fan, but, he's kind of belligerent and his movies are racy and everything, but that's just who Deadpool, the character, is. And he was also Ryan Reynolds. He was in Green Lantern, who no one really liked. Bad ratings on that. But, I liked them. I guess I like all the underdog movies because I thought, the Fantastic Four series in those mid to late 90s was good. And I actually like Green Lantern. I was looking forward to seeing it again. I mean, the second one that came out had Sinestro was going to come and, turn. And I thought that was a good movie. But it got kind of butchered and buried. And he didn't make it to the Justice League. But I really liked him as Green Lantern more than I did Deadpool. Probably because I don't like the Deadpool character. But that's neither here or there. This one was a big one for me. Bane and Venom, played by Tom Hardy. Had no idea that Dark Knight Rises, that this guy, Tom Hardy, was ripped like he was in Bane. And then Venom, he looked like a vegetable. I didn't even know it was the same character till recently. But he was awesome in Bane. Broke Batman's back. Messed him up in his head psychologically. I didn't even know Bane was that. I mean, he's a villain. You go back and look at him when he was in that god-awful Batman and Robin movie with Poison Ivy. I mean, they made him like a a guy that was drugged up and on steroids, and Poison Ivy created him. So I had no idea. I remember buying my son the toy. Like, who is this? And I thought it was Hulk with a mask on and didn't have it, I didn't know who Bane was. But I enjoyed him in Dark Knight Rises, Venom. Go back and look at my rant I did on Venom, because it goes for Venom 1 and Venom 2. But yeah, Bane. My fifth one is Killmonger, and this is a no-brainer because Michael B. Jordan played the Human Torch in one of the worst movies I've seen in the history of superhero movies. Fantastic Four, that was terrible. Michael B. Jordan played the Human Torch, but he redeemed himself playing Killmonger in the Black Panther, and of course, we all know that was a box office hit of a movie. And of course, I have an honorable mention, which is Storm and Catwoman, played by Halle Berry, who does nothing for either role. I mean, they just butchered Storm's character in X-Men. Halle Berry did nothing for this. Nothing for that role. And I don't know if it was the writers or I don't know if it was just her, but she did nothing. And then, of course, she did Catwoman, because why wouldn't men go and see this movie to see Halle Berry walking around in leather with a whip? Go figure that. For the 300 men that went and saw this movie. That movie came on TV on TNT, and I couldn't even sit through it. It was so bad. I'm not saying anything against Halle Berry. She's very beautiful. But I didn't want to watch a movie with just bad acting and a terrible storyline. But those are my top actors who played dual superheroes or villains in a motion picture. Leave me a comment in the comment section and let me know who you got. Who'd I miss out? This is the Waters Rant.